Okay, so I uploaded a couple videos so far. They did okay. I don't know. Usually on my videos to begin with, there's not too many likes or comments or anything like that. So, but I'm really, really grateful that I hit 200 subscribers. That's so awesome. So I'm just gonna do, I don't know, do a general reading, I guess. See what I can get. The hat crown. Let's wait. Yeah. One for the third eye, first eye, one for the hat crown, one for throat chakra, one for sacral chakra, one for heart. My throat was fine. One for heart chakra. one for heart chakra, please. One for solar plexus. One for root. For now. Okay. So at the crown, we got the King of Cups. Third eye, first eye, we have Five of Coins. Throat chakra, we have Queen of Coins. Sacral chakra, we have Judgment. Solar plexus, we have Six of Cups. Heart, we have Ace of Cups. Root chakra, we have the Empress. All right. Something that you're seeing, something that you're figuring out is probably being charitable or giving away to other people that don't deserve it is not in your best interest. However, if that's something you really like to do, you can do it. But I would suggest being careful to who you give to. Hat and crown, you got the King of Cups. The bottom of the deck's King of Clubs. So generally is a very loving man, usually fatherly type. Doesn't have to be masculine. It can be a woman that holds that as well. Fullness. It's high stature. He doesn't just have one cup. There's two on the side too. That's three in total. Throat chakra. Queen of Coins. This is somebody that's well off on their own. Doing really well. Somebody that holds her coins and does with them as she pleases, but also is very cautious about them. She speaks the truth. She puts her foot down. He or she adapts to change. Doesn't necessarily like when other people don't follow specific guidelines or boundaries that she's placed down. Not so much strict, but keeps tabs on things. Sacral chakra, we got Judgment. So if you have allowed your, let's say, lust or something like that to kind of take charge, and you haven't really been listening to yourself or taking care of yourself, you haven't been putting yourself first, you know, it's like almost like a test. I would consider it to be a test. And to be judged for that, you could be judging yourself, or other people could be judging you for that. Whether they, let's say, who was it? There was a person I know, they asked about a body count or something like that. How many people have you slept with? And I didn't know that's still a thing, but apparently it is. So how many people you have under your belt. Normally body count is something you do for people that pass away, but it just sounds weird to me. However, there's other people that could be judging you personally, or you could be judging yourself when it comes to, let's say if you're not in a full-term or a long-term relationship, or it's open, or you just don't have a partner at all and you're just kind of testing the waters, as it were. You could be judging yourself, or other people could be judging you for it, because I know a lot of people like to throw around male SLUT, or female version, doesn't matter. They like to call each other that and make past judgments. But then eventually, if they're put in the same situation, it comes back on them. They got to go through that, and they got to be ridiculed or mocked, or they got to experience some form of the same humiliation that they're trying to project onto another person, probably because it was done to them. If somebody in authority that has money over you is making the decisions for you, or maybe decisions you're making for yourself, let's say a partner or something like that, and they're judging you, constantly being nice. This is a test I've always had to go up against. Constantly being nice sometimes gets you into trouble, and you end up doing things maybe you normally wouldn't do. So that could be under the judgment, under like a test. Heart chakra. We love balance. Ace of Cups. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. Ace of Cups. There's more than enough abundance when you're balanced. Six of Cups. Solar plexus. We do an abundance. Six of Cups. Could be partnering up with somebody. You could be sharing something with a lot of people. Again, this could be like charity. Memories, like nostalgia, past influences. It's in your solar plexus. Things that make you happy. Maybe reconnect with some things that you used to do as a child. You know, use your imagination. Sometimes we shouldn't hold on to too much that's in our past, but if it brings us joy, if it's something like in our childhood, things we used to do or something like that, it's not a bad thing to relive it. Your root chakra, you got the Empress. You've seen your share of crap. You've definitely been through a lot of stuff. In order to get to Empress status, you've had to basically go through every single queen in the deck. You would have had to been through your own trials, tribulations, and gone through things that not many people probably even know, even if you do share certain things. Empress status is pretty good if you ask me. Got the number 3 at the top there. She holds her shield, but only off to the side. She's not really using it. There's no need to use it. When you have that much wisdom and knowledge, there's no real reason to have to explain yourself to other people. Maybe like to the Queen of Coins or something like that. This King of Cups could be somebody in your life. If you got it under the hat and crown, could be somebody that you're very close to, or maybe it's somebody that's passed away. Somebody within your lineage, like your bloodline and stuff like that. Because it's your spiritual connection. So if you got the King of Cups under there, your spiritual connection, I would suggest forgiveness. If you haven't forgiven somebody and you really want to, but they're not here, make your peace. Definitely make your peace. How you feel is important. Even if other people disregard it or dismiss you or pretend like it doesn't matter or that your feelings aren't legit or don't have any validity, your feelings matter. Ignoring them is not going to help. Holding on to them and not addressing them where they're coming from or learning the lesson is not going to help. Learning the lesson will teach you something so that you can get your clarity to move forward. Again, your inner child, solar plexus. Start doing some things that bring you joy. What brings you happiness? What actually makes you happy? The things that are in the past, anything in the past is not too much, if you're fully aware of that, there's not too much you can do about it. You have the wisdom. You know better. Your heart's in the right place. want more clarity on the Queen of Coins. Now, remember what I said for giving to charity and helping other people that don't deserve it. Doesn't mean you just dismiss everybody. There's going to be people that ask you for your help. If you turn them down and you actually can help them and they do deserve it, just remember that everything we put out will come back towards us. So the moment we're put in that position, it may come back to us. However, if you're putting your boundaries down and those people have disrespected you to a certain level and you've given out what you could and they didn't really show any appreciation for it whatsoever, well then they weren't deserving of it to begin with. And that's in your third eye, right? These things you know ahead of time. If you could see that playing out, then you make the decisions. It's your free will, whether or not you want to go ahead with that. And just remember to speak up. Make sure you speak your truth. Judgment's always going to be there. It doesn't have to be from yourself. Once you accept and love yourself, it doesn't matter what the F anybody else thinks. Overcome that shit. Realize who matters. You do. Whose opinion matters. Yours does. Even if you are getting into the public eye or you're speaking out or you're saying something to a group of people, when it comes down to it, do you agree with what you're saying fully? Like being completely 100% honest with yourself? Or is there something that you may be judging yourself for that you haven't voiced outright? Anyways, you can overcome that. There's not a problem. You shouldn't have a problem. It's kind of like a test. Okay. Yeah, throat chakra, Queen of Coins, speak out. So maybe you're doing something that makes you money by speaking, or maybe you speak in front of large groups, or maybe you're in charge of groups that make money, or maybe that's how your money is brought in, by talking to people or by doing things that involve that. Wheel of Fortune to back it up. Right on top of the Queen of Coins for throat chakra. So if it's not somebody that's guiding your coins and being in charge, a feminine energy, then it's you yourself that's a feminine energy. And you got the Wheel of Fortune in your favor as long as you are speaking the truth. Always room to change. If you can't change and you don't want to change, that can have a drastic impact on that because things move quickly when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune. Gotta keep in the flow. And you can give to people, just make sure they deserve it. If you don't think they deserve it, well, that's your opinion. But if they truly do, deep down, and you're lying to yourself, then karma usually comes back. Justice over the Five of Coins. Hopefully, whatever it is that you do or do not do is justified, because it's also under luck. Don't play with those sort of things. Make sure that you're honest with yourself and honest with other people. If you are not, if there is no self-discipline there and it's strictly your emotions guiding you, which it shouldn't be, if you got the Empress energy under your root, means you've done some of the work for your root chakra, or most of the work for your root chakra. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. Heart chakra, Ace of Cups. Again, Six of Coins, but it was in reverse. The idea of giving to charity. So whatever comes into you, whatever you worked hard for, actually worked hard for, not something you stole, not something you threw people under the bus for, not something that you did illegally, not something that you crushed other individuals purposefully that you didn't have to for. Legit, if you worked for it, you worked hard for it, in your heart, you love yourself fully, this is yours. This is yours. True love is balance. You don't have to give that to other people that don't deserve it. Or you can. It's up to you. Six of Cups, the whole idea of solar plexus, inner child, nostalgia. Six of Cups, Six of Cups. The Page of Clubs. So honestly, faithful, loyal person, if somebody's willing to be nice and kind to you, even if it's just you being nice and kind to yourself, a trusted friend or a stranger with good intentions, a consistent person, a bearer of important news. So maybe you have something coming in, or maybe you've been waiting for something to come in. Be patient. Everything else seems really good. Keep speaking your truth, because if the Wheel of Fortune is under the throat chakra, then you speaking your truth is what's going to help keep this all in alignment, all balanced. If you have loyal people in your life that actually give a shit about you, try not to take them for granted. If you have people that have given you unconditional love and have supported you and always cheered for you when you did well and didn't bust you down, try to show them affection in return. Bring some justice to them and to you. 2 more cards. One for the Hat Crown. What's the King of Cups under the Hat Crown? Eight of Coins in reverse. Fullness. Something you're doing in work, possibly, or maybe something to do with work. If it's fulfillment or fullness, or your connection with divine or higher source or whatever, even if you're not religion, even if you're not religious, why am I having it? There's no shame there. Even if you're not religious, okay? If you're not doing the work to connect with yourself, which you should be, over here, and you're just maybe giving it away to other people, that's something to work on. Your spirituality doesn't necessarily have to be religion. It could be the relationship you have with yourself. Get to know yourself a little bit more. I would like more clarity on that. But yeah, it's in reverse. Quickness to learn, modesty. If you need to work on being modest, it's a personal effort, in my opinion. It could be lack of ambition or vanity, unsurety. Putting yourself down needs to change, for sure. Which got the King. Usually people with big hearts tend to put themselves down. Okay, and last one, the Empress, root chakra. How much work have you been doing? Killing it. The Star. I don't even need to explain that, really. There's no need for chaos when we have understanding. When we understand ourselves, when we love ourselves fully, that's when we are the Star. We are in our most authentic, genuine forms of being. We are the Star. We give off a radiant light that is not of evil, not of negative vibration. We give off so much so that people hate it, but it's not a bad thing. Don't worry about putting yourself down too much. It's very important you stay high vibrational. I want one more clarity card for the 8, because the 8 of Coins to come out in reverse. Why? Why would the 8 of Coins come out in reverse? Don't cry over spilt milk. Don't be upset with what you do have. Be grateful. Don't worry too much about what you lost. It always gets replaced anyways. Even if it's a person that's gone, they're still with you energetically. If you're vibrating here, okay, and somebody passed away, right? And they're vibrating here where they passed away. Let's say their higher resonance up here, their energy, okay, not their body. Their body goes. It's been used, the vessel's been used, it's gone. But their energy still lives on. So if you're vibing down here and they're up here, how the fuck do you expect them to communicate or come to you in a dream or send you messages and stuff like that? If you're shitting on yourself or not feeling good about yourself, or you're depressed or not grateful, gratitude will bring you up. Doing things that bring you joy will bring you up. Loving yourself will bring you up, even to a higher resonance. But you still have access to the person that you love. Maybe somebody that's no longer with you, or somebody that is, but it's just not near you. Or maybe even it's just yourself, your higher self. But either way, you want things to match, right? You want things to match you and come in, you got to be doing that yourself. You don't necessarily expect somebody to come save you. You're supposed to do that yourself too before anybody. Even the religious people, what do they say? Past influence, by the way, is not going to help. You can't, like memories and stuff like that. Don't hold on to faded images or nostalgia. And if you're going to hold on to anything, hold on to the good stuff, not the negative stuff. There's no point in holding on to the negative stuff. And yes, you have to save yourself in order to be saved, if that makes sense. Because if you're connected to everything and you fail yourself, and you're like the center of it. Let's say the whole idea of people say, oh, you think you're the center of the world, or the world revolves around you. Well, you are your own world, okay? So you are the center of it. Even your solar plexus here, your heart, your solar plexus center, your inner child, you are the center of it. So if you're failing yourself, don't expect somebody else outside of you to come save you, okay? And everything stays upright if you stay upright and you're happy with yourself, because you have the wisdom and knowledge to know better, because you've been through enough shit and you deserve this, because you've overcome everything possible in your entire life. There's no need to judge yourself or others unless you have full understanding of yourself first.